We've just had the French PMIs out as well. I want to mention these as part of the context here. Business activity growing at the fastest pace in more than 2.5 years, 51.6 from 47.9 in France. Are businesses not bothered by what's happening in the Ukraine?
Apparently not. These are a very good set of numbers, particularly for France, where we have had some concerns that the PMIs have been below 50 for some time. So it's a very encouraging move. I think that the data that we had out on Friday as well, showing consumer confidence also improving quite strongly across the region, is very encouraging, and it does suggest that so far businesses and consumers have been relatively immune to events in Ukraine.
Do you think we can keep up this momentum in the second quarter?
We think so, yes. It's great to see these data coming through for March because it suggests that we'll see more stronger activity in the second quarter. Already for the first quarter, we're looking at a pace of growth which is above that was reached in the fourth quarter of last year, and it suggests that our above consensus call for growth in the euro area is looking more and more likely to come true.
That said, China's flash manufacturing PMI is an 8-month low. When will we see concrete policy measures in China to stabilize growth, do you think?
We think that we'll see the cut in the reserve required ratio brought forward to next month, and there have been quite a lot of mentions recently by the authorities about measures to stimulate growth, construction, other projects, potentially the widening of the yuan band, of course, and the depreciation of the currency will be stimulatory. So the authorities are signalling that they're prepared to support growth and reach their 7.5% target for this year.
Back to this G7 on the sidelines of the nuclear conference in The Hague. What do you think can be achieved? I know the G7 itself will be talking financial assistance to the Ukraine as well. What are your expectations for this meeting?
I think it's very much a matter of providing the support to Ukraine and also signalling to Russia that any further moves will be met with much more severe penalties. Clearly, it's a big concern that there are, more sort of military activity on the border of Ukraine, and for the G7, this is going to be, the priority to make sure that there's no further escalation in the region.